Hey guys, welcome back. This week I found a bunch of files that I genuinely thought I had lost because when I switched laptops, I didn't know that a lot of my storage did not transfer to my new laptop. So I thought I lost a lot of my old documents from like grade 9, 10, 11, 12. This week I recovered them somehow. And in that, I was looking through it and I found my UWC application from 4 years ago, which I literally wrote around this time in 2020, and I submitted in November 2020, and now it is 2024. So I thought in lieu of application for UWC opening up, I would read you guys my application, which is a little bit nerve-wracking because there's just so many differences between who I was then and what I'm doing now in life. I currently go to University of Florida. Before this, I went to UWC East Africa, so this is basically the application that got me into UWC. To preface, I have not read this full application since I submitted it 4 years ago, so you're going to see my reactions live as we go through this together. For as long as I can remember, I've always wanted a career that had a positive impact on people's lives. My dream is to continue to wake up every morning passionate about what I do, motivated to continue learning, and using my education to improve society. When I was in grade 1, I heard of an outstanding organization called Doctors Without Borders. It checked off my top 3 interests: medicine, travel, global development, and squeezed them into one amazing opportunity. My plan has always been to go to medical school and then spend a few years traveling and volunteering to gain experience before specializing in a particular field of medicine. Taking time to explore the world is a key component, as it's been a dream of mine to visit as many countries as I can across all the continents and to broaden my perspective and view of life through exposure to different cultures and backgrounds. In the long term, I'd love to be in a position where I can take my experiences, knowledge, and savings and put them towards starting a foundation focused on fulfilling medical needs worldwide, while working towards creating sustainable change within the medical field that supports our climate and environment. Pause. That was the response to the question. Did I pursue medical school? Absolutely not. I did do HL chemistry, bio, so I did kind of intend to go into some sort of like health science focus through my classes. But upon getting to university, I am now a criminology major on the pre-law track with minors in business and sociology. So it's funny how things change, but I definitely liked where my ideas were. I've had the privilege to be involved in choir throughout my days at Langley Fine Arts School and into the pre-IB program at RE Mountain. Creating a piece together and performing as an ensemble is an incredible experience. One of my favorite memories is collaborating with local choir groups in Hawaii. Singing was one of the most vulnerable ways I express my emotions, and it's an incredible feeling. I continue to grow and challenge my vocals and abilities. My second activity was soccer. I've played soccer for many years and developed both mentally and physically through tenacity and perseverance. I am honored to have been elected captain and do my best to motivate and inspire. My love for soccer evolved through learning it is universally played with no financial barriers. I had the opportunity to coach youth at risk in an RCMP community camp. This experience taught me firsthand how my passion could positively impact others. I was using really big language for somebody who was in grade 10 at the time. My last activity was Model United Nations. So I started mine in 6th grade, and I chose to do it because I wanted to learn, explore, and debate global issues in a new environment. I have grown to really love it. Being able to collaborate with others and form solutions to pressing issues that are impacting the world today is quite extraordinary. Mine pushes me out of my comfort zone and extends my public speaking and conflict resolution skills. I now staff conferences, mentor younger delegates, and occupy leadership roles. This is actually super interesting because my senior project at UWC was starting our school's big Model United Nations conference, and I worked with a couple other students there to basically incorporate all of this stuff that I had passions with and create a conference in Tanzania that brought people together. So I think that that's really moving because so far that's one of the only things that kind of transcended into my UWC career. So it's nice to know that was already a passion of mine back then. The novel A Long Walk to Water by Linda Sue Park about the lack of accessibility to clean water in South Sudan inspired me to create the Global Awareness Club at Langley Fine Arts School in 2018. My team and I embarked on a mission to educate our fellow youth to see the world in a different way and have an impact on global issues. Our first project was to support Cape Town, South Africa in combating their major water crisis. We sold our creations within the school and reached our fundraising goal of $750. Creating this club and reaching our goal was an amazing accomplishment. I was moved of how many of my classmates participated, volunteered their time, and took the opportunity to have an impact on communities so far away from our own. I think that I was a really big dreamer. I still am a really big dreamer, honestly, but it's nice to see, how engaged I was. And I think it kind of connects because I did this project and it was my biggest accomplishment at the time on South Africa. And I actually ended up at UWC East Africa, which is very interesting because I don't know if the National Committee took that into consideration or if it had any influence on where I was placed. But reading my application now, I didn't even remember that when I got into UWC that I wrote this. So this is very interesting for sure. I believe the most valuable lesson you can learn is to accept change. I still agree with that with today, guys. If you come to terms with the inevitable, then you can learn how to make the most out of every situation, no matter how difficult. When I was 6 years old, my parents got divorced and my life completely changed. It's been my biggest struggle, but it has also had a huge impact on developing who I am today. Although divorce is often looked at with a negative connotation, I now believe my parents was actually a blessing in disguise. It forced me to gain maturity and independence earlier than most, and has helped me become more resilient and diverse. When in my mother's care, I experienced a calm, slower country lifestyle and an energetic city environment when in my father's, which creates a balanced experience for my own life. I definitely feel like that answer could have been taken a different direction, but it is also interesting how I picked the divorce to write about in this situation because it did also impact my personal statement to getting into university. So I think that that was a better response later on when I had 2 more years to develop my writing. But this is definitely something that I think was very unique based on my case. I mean, I'm proud of it. I was vulnerable for a grade 10 student. I first heard about UWC while volunteering for the Liberal Party of Canada during the 2019 federal election. I was honored to meet Christia Freeland, who spoke about her UWC experience and inspired me to apply. She explained the unique program, and I haven't related more powerfully to anything else. Guys, I was really fiending for UWC. Without knowing, from a young age, I shaped myself towards everything UWC encompasses by the way I live and the person I've aspired to be. That was really cute. Okay. My values align perfectly with UWC's characteristics, and I am an embodiment of their mission. I was amazed to discover a school that really encompasses a diverse learning environment and a rigorous IB diploma program all in one. I've always had strong connections and involvement within my community, as well as on a global level through volunteering, fundraising, and learning. Throughout my life, I've always pursued a balance of focusing on academics, social and cultural experiences, athletic and art activities, and civic engagement through a pluralistic and meritocratic lens. I was using big words. Guys, I must have used a thesaurus because last summer I was awarded a bursary for SALTS, a 10-day sailing excursion with youth aged 13 to 21 from around the world. I was the youngest on board and one of only 3 youth to achieve my junior sailing certificate. I was really proud of that. To this day, I'm still proud of that. In the short period of time we spent together, I had fully immersed myself into the experience by learning a plethora of new skills and gaining perspectives from backgrounds I had never heard of from before. Attending UWC would allow me to take the mindset and apply it in an environment where my abilities can flourish, a place where I can collaborate with like-minded youth, work towards my goals, and pursue the change I wish to see in the world. Was I quoting Gandhi? While at UWC, I'd branch out to unite those around me and utilize the experience of being in a cross-cultural community to open up conversations on global issues so we could work towards positively impacting each other and the ever-changing world around us, which I kind of did in hosting a Model UN conference. My region, along with the majority of the rest of the world, lives in a materialistic society where success and happiness are measured by how much stuff one has. People are encouraged to keep up with trends, follow along by purchasing the latest fashion, new cars, designer handbags, the latest technology, home decor, and more. Not only does this blind us from valuing and truly seeing a person for their intrinsic worth, but a huge toll is also taken on the environment worldwide, and it contributes to systemic racism as the growing economic disparity between ethnicities is highlighted. Wow, that was a packed sentence. Materialism is a larger issue now than ever before due to social media influencers and our access to unprecedented technological advancement, which is used to propel people to be in endless competition with each other and themselves. As a future leader, I would begin to solve this issue by erasing the stigma associated with one's financial inability to keep up with the trends and work towards educating people about the negative tolls materialism is having on society. When people can begin to value their own self-worth above what they have materialistically, we can reject marketers' coercive ploys to make us rampant consumers. I was really targeting capitalism. This process will take time to achieve, but I strongly believe that it begins with youth like me voicing our opinions, opening discussions, collaborating together, and bringing it about change for the betterment of a more sustainable world where success and happiness are defined from within and via humanitarian perspective. I'm proud of that. I'm really proud of that. I actually wrote something similar recently in one of my classes. I'm in a sociology class that talks about the sociology of consumerism and sustainability, and I'm still talking about this to this day. So it's so cool to think that I didn't even know that I was thinking about this 4 years ago. I aspire to be a lifelong learner, and it brings me joy when I'm able to push myself beyond my boundaries into undiscovered territory and to use my skills to improve people's quality of life. I have attended several leadership conferences such as iStar, where I was able to zone into many levels of personal growth. For context, iStar is an Ismaili youth conference for leadership. One of my favorite hobbies is cooking. Did I just really connect those two together? What? One of my favorite hobbies is cooking. Sharing time with one another while enjoying a home-cooked meal is such a simple concept, yet it's often overlooked in our society's busy lifestyle. Cooking for family and friends is a small endeavor I partake in that has a huge positive impact on the people in my life. Cooking on a weekly basis brings balance to my rigorous schedule in a relaxing way. Okay, to this day, I do still value cooking, and it's a great use of time to procrastinate but still feel productive. I'm known for my tofu pad thai and delicious smoothies. My special lasagna cupcakes are cherished by all. Guys, I think this is because I was taking a foods class in grade 10 and it was just on my mind. Because all of these things are things I made in that food class. Okay, I think it's really cute though, because when you're at UWC, one of the things I value the most, and I still remember, is just coming together and trying each other's national foods and cuisine. One of my friends, during the breaks, we made something that was from her home country, and it just brought people together. We laughed, we told stories, and it was just a really warm experience to share. And some of my favorite memories with everyone was just gathering around and cooking, whether it was instant noodles or like a proper meal. It was just a very cherished thing. So it's so interesting just to go back and kind of like analyze what I was thinking UWC would be like versus what it was in reality and where I am now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know. For anybody who's filling out applications for UWC right now, I hope this is a great way for you guys to kind of see what somebody's application who got in looked like, and obviously not copy the same type of thing for yourself. Try to use inspiration to connect the dots of what you do within your own life that you feel application committee members should be able to see and know about you in order to make their decision. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me on Instagram or in the comments, and I hope to get some more videos out soon, especially considering it's application season. Good luck on y'all's application, and like and subscribe. Thank you.